we got another snowy day in New England. Driving to work today in my E46. I actually don't mind driving the snow. I know a lot of people freak out, and when it's snowing out they can't go anywhere. When it's really icy out and like it's sheer ice, black ice and everything, and it's all over the place, at that point I'd probably turn around and say forget it, I'm calling in sick that day. Well, calling in because of the snow. But today it doesn't seem too bad so far. There's a nice layer of snow. It seems like it's icy rain happening right now, which isn't great, but it seems like they salted the roads pretty good. So we'll see how that goes. This BMW actually drives really good in the snow. It's all-wheel drive, so I think right off the bat anything all-wheel drive is going to be better than non-all-wheel drive. And then this car has summer tires on it. They're almost brand new, but you would think with summer tires you need winter tires. I do believe certain vehicles do need winter tires. You need snow tires just because they do not drive that great in the snow. But this car with summer tires on it actually still works awesome. So I'm just going to keep driving it with the summer tires on. Next year, if it slips a little bit, I might have to get some snow tires. But for right now, it's good. So, something about summer tires. So, I used to work for Sears, and I used to sell tires. I installed tires, and I sold tires. One thing you want to keep in mind, when you're putting tires on your car, you always want, in the wintertime, you always want the best tires on the back of the car. Because if you're going to lose control, you're going to lose control from the back of the car. I mean, generally, you can steer into whatever's going on, but the main sources of losing control is from the back. So you always want best tires on the back. A lot of people don't think that. A lot of people think, oh, I have a front-wheel drive car, I'm going to put my snow tires in the front, and I'm not going to put snow tires on the back. That's not a good idea. You should definitely put, one, the better tires in the back, but two, you should always put 4 snow tires on. Handling wise, put all 4 snow tires on. Your car's going to handle better. And some of that is because of the speed ratings of the tires. Tires have different speed ratings, and it's not necessarily that, oh, okay, this tire is rated for 130 miles an hour. Well, I don't go 130 miles an hour. That's not what it's about. That's just how they rate them. What it really means is the stiffness of the sidewall and how much that tire can take. It's funny on these snowy days when you're out driving, you know, you try to be cautious. You don't want to go too fast, but you see a lot of SUVs that think they're invincible, and they're not. I always see SUVs on the side of the road. It's always one after another because they were going too fast. Either a Jeep or a, used to see a lot of Ford Explorers on the side of the road. Just people being dumb. So, back when I had my Rabbit, back like 20 years ago, I had snow tires on that car. That car ran awesome in the snow. That was front-wheel drive. I didn't even need snow tires, but I put snow tires on it because I thought it would do a lot better. And it did a little better, but I didn't need the snow tires. That car was fine in the snow. Another car that was good in the snow, my Volkswagen Jetta. It was a 99.5 Jetta, half year. So it had the newer body style. That car was awesome in the snow too. I would drive that in the snow over a four-wheel drive vehicle, but it was fine. My Pathfinder's good in the snow. You can't go really fast with it. You got to take it easy. And when you're in four-wheel drive, you're really not supposed to be going over 50 or 60 miles per hour. I think it says in the owner's manual, probably 55 miles an hour. So you don't want to be going that fast. So keep the speeds down. But in a two-wheel drive, in my Jetta and even my Rabbit, I could go regular highway speeds in the snow and not have a problem. You just got to be careful. even with this car. I mean, I'd probably go a little bit slower in this car just because, like I said, I got summer tires. So this has traction control, which is pretty cool. It works really well. Once you start slipping, it kicks in and corrects you. The only problem I find with traction control, and it's more so on a vehicle that's only two-wheel drive, when traction control kicks on, if you don't have traction or if you have bad tires, let's say you're going up a hill, the traction control is going to slow you down so much that it can almost cause the engine to stall or just stop you in your tracks. If you don't have traction, you can't move, which kind of stinks. So a lot of times if you're stuck on a hill and your car's not letting you go up that hill, you turn the traction control off, maybe back up a little bit and you know, give it more gas and just try to go through it. You know, your wheels might be spinning a little bit, you might be losing a little bit of control, but you can actually make it up the hill. Versus traction control, you're stuck. I don't know if you can see it or not, but when I'm going through the snow with this car, it's got like a rooster tail, like it's throwing snow really far back. It's kind of funny. I see a lot of people getting pulled over for not shoveling off their car, leaving snow on the roof and stuff. That's a huge fine in New England. You don't want to do that. Definitely want to make sure you don't shovel. Oh, that guy just had a flat tire or something. That stinks. Yeah, I definitely want to shovel off your roof and don't be an idiot. I think it's like a $500 fine. I mean, I kind of agree with it. It's a safety thing. You know, you should get fined for that. This guy thinks he's all that. He's going to end up in a ditch. But one of my driving techniques in the snow is I like to picture the fact that I have like a cup of water that's filled to the brim in my cup holder. And you can't, if you slam on the brakes, obviously the water's going to tip out. If you give it too much gas, the water's going to tip out. Take a turn too quickly, it's going to tip out. So in my head, that's the best method for me thinking how to drive in the snow, and it's worked out for me pretty good. So cup of water filled to the brim, drive around very carefully. A lot of people don't like driving in the snow. I love it. I think it's a challenge. It's fun. Yeah, obviously there's a safety aspect of it, so I don't want to go crazy in the snow, but you know, you just keep your distance from other drivers and, you know, be careful. Alright, so speaking of New England, have you guys seen that commercial? The Smaht Pahk commercial? Hey, look at these troublemakers. You're not gonna park your car here. Dude, you ain't parking your car here. Don't you be a smarty pants, alright? I haven't heard someone say smarty pants in probably over 20 years. I don't know that they say that a lot in Boston. I think they said that just because of the Smaht Pahk thing. You know, and clicker. Everyone says clicker. Blinker. Use your blinker. I think it's Kia. It's either Kia or Hyundai. I think it's Kia. So anyway, there's a Super Bowl commercial. I saw it before Super Bowl on Facebook, but there's a commercial that's a Smaht Pahk commercial. It's a New England. It's kind of making fun of the Boston accent. Guy tries to pull into a spot and he doesn't fit. And the other guy, Chris Evans, is actually in it, and a couple other famous actors that are in it. The girl from Saturday Night Live and the guy from The Office are in it. But it's actually pretty funny. So when I first saw the commercial, I thought the accent was really thick. I thought it was a little over the top. But I've watched it multiple times since then, and you know, that's what people sound like in Boston. And you know, we're not far from Boston. I'm sure I have a little bit of an accent. If you have an accent, or if you think I have an accent, comment below. Let me know what kind of accent you have, or if my accent's really bad or if it's not too bad. You know, They say wicked a lot in it, which we all say wicked. Wicked Smaht Pahk. That's how we talk out here. It's kind of weird, you know. I'm further away. I'm a little bit further away from Boston, but still close enough to get there within an hour. So, if you're from another part of the country and you've never heard blinker or anything like that, let me know. I'm sure you guys all think we're nuts. But then again, other parts of the country have thick accent. Jersey, you can definitely tell someone's from Jersey. It's just funny. It's funny that everyone has accents in different parts of the country. Seems like it's almost like hailing now, or it's sleet. I think it's a little bit of sleet. So growing up, I had uncles and aunts and cousins that lived in Florida, and they would come up every year. They always thought it was so funny to say, "Park the car in Harvard Yard." They used to, every year, they would say it. It used to drive me nuts. Oh, here's a plow. Gotta get to the side. Oh, 3 plows. They're doing a good job today. So I'd be willing to bet if you're in other states, especially down south, a day like today, if this were to happen, the whole world would shut down. Whereas in New England, it pretty much does not shut down. There's been 1 or 2 days where it's been absolutely horrible, and I've actually got sent home from work, or you know, I've never actually called and said, "Look, I'm turning around," that I can remember. I feel like I say, "Oh, I'm gonna turn around and go a little bit further," and it's like, it's all right. It's not too bad. If it was sheer ice, yeah, I would turn around. But this is just packed snow. I'm sure it's gonna get worse later, but we'll deal with that when it comes. Okay, so this is my opinion about driving cars and trucks and four-wheel drives and SUVs in the snow. I personally feel safer in a car. I feel like you have way more control in a car in the snow. All-wheel drive obviously makes you feel a little more confident as well. You gotta keep momentum going. So, like, you don't wanna slow down too quick, and you try not to stop on a hill. When you're going up a hill, try not to stop if you're in a car. The SUVs that I've had, they're okay. They do good. They're not great. Oh, there's another truck on the side of the road. See, you guys in your trucks, you think you're invincible, but you're not. Oh, there he is. Yep, going too fast. There's the cop. He's probably laughing too. All I see is trucks and SUVs on the side of the road because they think they're invincible. So when I drove my pickup, I thought that thing was almost horrible in the snow. It was not good. Obviously, you put some weight in the back and it helps. There was one year I put mud terrain tires on it, and everyone says mud terrain tires are horrible in the snow and horrible in the ice. Dude, those tires were amazing. Those tires made that truck like go good in the snow. You still couldn't go fast, but with those mud terrain tires, the only downfall is the noise. But that thing was awesome. I think the first year I got those mud terrain tires, I didn't even put it in four-wheel drive. They were that good. So they were Goodyear MTRs. Definitely a great mud terrain tire. Some people don't like the snow. I don't mind the snow to an extent. I mean, I snowboard. I like snowboarding and stuff, so that's fun. Other than snowboarding, I don't do any other winter sports. I don't snowmobile or do anything else, but I'm kind of snowboarded out. Like, actually, I'm never snowboarded out. I want to go snowboarding right now. But aside from that, I'm pretty much done with the winter. I'm ready for spring. I want to pull the Porsche out. Alright guys, so I hope you liked my video. driving to work in the snow. It wasn't too bad. So check out some of my other videos. I like to do a lot of repairs, mechanical stuff, mostly automotive stuff, but I am going to do a bunch of other mechanical stuff. I do some lawnmower stuff, and I have some upcoming projects. So stay tuned for those. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn on all notifications, ring the bell, and give me a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Thanks, guys.